Welcome back to this video where I'm going to show you how to install the Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9 in a VirtualBox environment. I'll begin by going to and installing the VirtualBox environment, and go to any browser and type in VirtualBox. And then when you go to downloads, you have the VirtualBox platform packages. I'll go ahead and download for Windows. For my case, I have already installed the VirtualBox 7 on this operating system. So I'll go ahead and cancel that. And then the second one is to download the Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Go again in your browser and type in Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9. And here we have Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9 under documentations. So click on this one. And then we can see, so just scroll down Red Hat Enterprise Linux ISO and images. So what I need to do is to download this ISO. Go to the start menu here and open VirtualBox. And then let me start the VirtualBox environment. I have to go to machine and then create new. I have to give my virtual machine a name, which I am going to give as Red Hat 9. I'll leave the installation folder as the default, and then I'll also leave the ISO image not selected. Then here I'll click Linux if it hasn't selected for you automatically here, and then also the subtype is going to be Red Hat, and then click on next. I can choose the memory. I want to leave it at 2 GB. I'll go ahead and create a virtual hard disk now. Then click on next. And that is it. And then click on finish. And then before I continue or start the operating system I haven't mounted, still come back to settings and mount the storage. And click on empty and find the disk file. Click on select this and then open. Then click OK. And then start my guest operating system. Choose the language of your choice. You can still see that we are able to use the mouse inside the guest operating system, and then click on continue. Unless we tick the parts that are red, we cannot continue with the installation process. So you have to make sure that before you downloaded Red Hat, you had to create an account, sign in with my username, and type in the password. I will click on register. As long as you have provided the correct username and password, you'll be able to register. So you can see that mine has been registered with account this and subscribed in simple content access mode. I'll click on done. So when we return here, this area is ticked to system installation destination. I would want mine to be installed on, and then I'll click on done, create a username and password. And then I want to create the root password. You'll have to press done twice to confirm it. So I feel I want to go with the same password because it's for training purposes. I'll click on done and then click on done again. So now you can see that we tick all the boxes. I'll still go to this box, which is also still not ticked. I'll click on confirm software selection. I have choices here. So I'll still go with the server with the graphical user interface and click on done. Now you can see that I've made all the choices and they do not have any ready marking. So I can begin the installation process from here. So I'll click on begin installation. This process might also take a while. So you have to make sure that you have a strong internet connection. And then we'll come back until when the installation process finishes. See you then. The installation process says complete, and then it asks us to reboot the system. Click on reboot system. Welcome to Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9.5. We will have you up and running in no time. Start setup process. Privacy, I'll click on next. connect your online account, I'll click on skip Widesploit. I'm just going to leave it at that point. Click on next. Set a password. Be careful not to lose your password. In the beginning, we set the root password. Here, we're going to set the user password, and I'll click on next. All done. Start using Red Hat Enterprise Linux. I'll click on yes. And then again, we are inside the graphical user interface for Red Hat Enterprise Linux. And here is a notification that if you want to learn your way around, check out the tour. At this point, I do not want the tour, and I'll click on no, thank you. This is inside the graphical user interface for Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9. So you can find that if you want applications, some of the applications that are available here, but so if you want the softwares and applications are here. Our terminal, our user is called Widesploit, and I can enter in commands like who am I? This is Widesploit. Now, if I want to enter a command to update the system, I'll have to first of all elevate my privileges. This user does not have the privileges to make system changes, since updating the system will require making changes to the system. If you want to make changes to the system, you must have the root privileges in order to make changes to the system. Inside the user account are commands that will not make any changes to the system. So I can type in who am I? So that's the user account name of the person who is using that account. To look at the kernel information, I can type in your name, and I can be able to see the kernel information. To look at the operating system information, I can type in, I can type in cat. So that is the kernel information. So this is the operating system information. You find that version 9.5. Some of the details you can see, even here, the product support version is 9.5. I can also look at the CPU info by typing in the command. Here, I can begin by clearing and then proc CPU info. This is the information that concerns the CPU. This is my user account. I can try to see if I can be able to reboot the system. I can type in reboot. It allows to reboot. The other last command that we can use, the ls command. The ls command lists all the directories, but we can decide to also list, we can also list files in directories. So we can just say lsal. So this gives us all the files, and this is how you can be able to install the Red Hat Enterprise Linux and be able to practice or learn or whatever purpose that you are deciding to install the Red Hat Enterprise on your system. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.